Ẹgbẹ́ tiwa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ APC, another party is a counterfeit. Whether you like or not, I don't kind of for Bayo fi Lagos say joke you. The Bayo for APC joke. Tell about where I got to shake it. You got to share in 2023. I can wait for it. The Bayo go 2027 go by again and tell you the show on you. Our friend said goodbye. I didn't watch. And tó bá ṣe any mistake in 2027 tó bá lọ sọ́gbà tẹ́ APC lẹ́bàá ṣe kí ni lẹ́bàá dìbò fún àbẹ́ tó bá sọ fún òun lè gbọ́ àwa náà lè ṣe kí ni àgbà.
Every day they keep proving the Canadian judge right that APC is a terrorist organization, despite the fact that when the judge delivered the judgment in faraway Canada, APC released a statement denying it. Even the Nigerian government denied it also. Also, PDP attacked the judge. But here we are. A thug has the audacity to threaten fellow citizens. Imagine him threatening to kill anyone that votes any other party except APC. How is this possible? Imagine this guy threatening fellow members that if ever in the future they allow opposition party members to hold any gathering, any meeting in their neighborhood, that they will be demoted, that many things will happen to them. How is this happening in Nigeria of 2025? He also threatened that what happened in 2023 will not be allowed to happen in 2027. Some might be asking what happened in 2023. Tinubu was defeated in Lagos during the 2023 presidential election. So they are vowing never to allow that to happen. They will do anything within their power, even kill fellow citizens, just to make sure they rig the election in favor of their master. Yes, so this is not democracy. And this guy openly calling anyone that is not going to vote APC an enemy of Tinubu means he's working for Tinubu. He leaves no doubt about it. He also declares that APC is their party. So there's no way you can say this is an allegation. He accepts the fact that they are APC members and that anyone that is not working for their party is an enemy of Tinubu. So how come the person they are working for has not released any statement condemning this? Is this how their own democracy works? Because they always claim he's a Democrat, is this, is that. How can someone be openly claiming that he's working for you while threatening fellow citizens that they will die, that they will not be allowed to vote on that day? And Tinubu is here to condemn this. And since silence is complicity, it means that he is in agreement with what they are doing. After all, if it means that he will win Lagos in 2027, what's not to like? So they have his permission before threatening fellow citizens just because of an election. So Nigerians must understand what they are up against. Remember, in the run-up to 2023 presidential election, the chief thug in Lagos at the time, who is now in Abuja, threatened Igbo people not to come out to vote. That if they are not going to vote APC, they should sit down in their homes. Otherwise, whatever they see, they should take it. It was a threat at the time. People condemned it. Tinubu didn't utter a word. Muhammadu Buhari, who was in power at the time, never uttered a word. They all pretended. Even Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, he never condemned it. They all pretended as if they didn't know what was happening. But the backlash continued until the police spokesman at the time issued a statement. Instead of condemning what he said, he looked Nigerians in the face and told them that the man was joking. Can you imagine? Someone that threatened fellow citizens not to come out to vote. He said he was joking. And at the end of the day, they carried out the threat. They disenfranchised thousands of people from voting, including people who are not even Igbo. Once they look at you, maybe they see you look like an Igbo person, they will not allow you to vote.
Please, if you don't want to vote for us, please sit down for sit down for
So Nigerians must understand what they are up against. They are doing the same thing they did in 2023. This time they will come down hard on people, and going by how the police always stand by and allow them to be destroying property and even maiming citizens, the police is not a friend of anyone. They will take sides like they normally do and allow these thugs to reign supreme during the elections. You see, these thugs are the enforcers that politicians use to rig elections. Without them, the politicians wouldn't be able to steal your votes. Just like the mafia or the cartel, you never see the leaders in the streets enforcing what they want to. No, they always use people to enforce what they want. So Nigerians must see these thugs as enemies who are working for politicians who make policies that affect Nigerians. These failed policies affect everyone, including the thugs. But because it is business for them, they will do it and take the peanuts from the politicians and suffer later. So Nigerians must insist that these people will not cause suffering for them. When Nigerians line up during elections at polling units, they line up, including under the rain. They line up to vote because they believe that their will be enforced, that their will be upheld by the electoral body, that's INEC. But because these thugs have been paid by the politicians, the will of the people at the polling unit in any election will never be allowed to stand. They will steal the votes, they will burn ballot boxes or ballot papers where they are not able to steal the votes. They will do whatever they can, including violence, assault, maiming people, doing everything, threats, whatever you can think of. They will do that to make sure the person they are working for wins the election. So Nigerians must plan to resist them. There's still enough time before the 2027 presidential election. Just like many Nigerians living in many neighborhoods in Lagos, in Okota, in many parts of Lagos that stood their ground on election day and resisted these thugs, yes, they are in the minority. If Nigerians understand the power of numbers, when you are more than the enemies or the bad guys, you will always defeat them. And yes, they are always armed. But how many people are you going to face? Even with the army or the police joining them, how many people are they going to resist? How many soldiers do we have in Nigeria? How many policemen do we have in Nigeria? Are they all going to be concentrated in Lagos during a nationwide election? So Nigerians must take their destinies by their own hands. We cannot just continue complaining when we know these people are backed by the politicians, the police, all the state apparatus are behind them. All of them will pretend as if they've not seen this video. The threats from this guy to fellow citizens is simply because they are working for them. So Nigerians must resist. They must plan on how to resist these people on election day. They must send that message that they will no longer tolerate rigging, invasion of polling units by people who don't live in the neighborhood, all forms of rigging. They must resist. If they don't send that message, these people will not stop taking us for fools. How can a fellow citizen who is not even holding any public office, he is not elected, how can a fellow citizen have the audacity to tell a fellow citizen who is a taxpayer like him that he will not be allowed to vote? What audacity! This is our country. Any citizen of Nigeria has the right to vote wherever he lives. That's what the law says. But a thug empowered by politicians will stand up in public, on national television, on the internet, and be issuing orders to fellow citizens. What gives him the right? What audacity? So Nigerians need to send that message. If you don't send that message, they will not stop. If you send the message, they will understand that, no, this is not the way to go. You do not disenfranchise people just because you are desperate for second term. No. Just like the way they continue mocking some politicians today, asking why they are running away from presidential primaries in a party, that if they think they are truly popular, why don't they want to contest presidential primaries? Now, they should take their own advice. If you want someone to contest a presidential primaries, and after claiming the person thinks he's popular, why not take your own advice? If you feel you're popular, why are you planning on rigging the elections? Yes, if you feel you're truly popular, that the majority of Nigerians support you, why not allow for a free and fair election to prove that your popularity? It's very simple. Take your own advice. Instead of advising someone to contest presidential primaries that is running away, blah, 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 give Nigerians free and fair election. Let's see if you will not be defeated hands down in 2027. It's as simple as that. They use intimidation, they use all sorts of things. In fact, their modus operandi is to threaten and bully and intimidate people. If they truly know that they have the people behind them, that all they are doing is in the interest of Nigerians, why are they using all these tactics? Submit yourself to a free and fair election. Let's see that your popularity. Let's see if Nigerians are going to reward you with a second term. It's as simple as that. If you think you've performed better than anyone in Nigeria's history, subject yourself to a free and fair election. Even go the extra mile to amend the electoral law. Yes, APC now has the majority at the National Assembly. They can use that majority to amend the electoral law to make sure that every vote counts. To make sure that immediately vote counting ends at the polling unit, all results will be uploaded to IREV and they will be collated transparently, starting from the ward collation level, local government, to state, and at the national level in Abuja. You see, the fastest way to make democracy work for Nigerians is to always make sure that the person that won the election, the person that majority voted for, is always the person that is announced. Yes, is always the person that takes power. Why we're having all these problems in Nigeria at the moment is because the people in power don't have the mandate of Nigerians. Yes, let's even assume that he actually won. Of course, he never did. But we must also agree that he didn't score the majority of the votes. This is the first time it's happening in Nigeria's history. Here we are, everyone is now suffering it. And on top of that, thugs that do not shop in a different supermarket where they get things cheaper, they are also affected by the failed policies, but because they've been paid, they now turn around and start threatening fellow citizens not to vote. Can you imagine? So Nigerians must be prepared. They must make sure they stand their ground. It is their right. No one can give them that right. The right is already guaranteed by the Constitution. No one can give it to you. No one has the power to give you back your right. You own it. It is yours. No, don't accept it. Stand your ground and make sure these people get the message. If they get the message, tomorrow they will respect Nigerians. They will respect the power of Nigerians. Thanks for watching.